Peace and riches blessings. I am Michael B. Beckwith, the host of Take Back Your Mind. Peace and blessings. I am Michael Beckwith, and I am the host of the new Take Back Your Mind podcast, Life Question of the Week. Now, obviously, Take Back Your Mind means that we're taking back our mind from it being hijacked by incessant worry, anxiety, and fear, and to open up our heart to the radiant goodness that lies within all of us. Now, we go to the question of the week. This is from a young woman by the name of Denise. And she says, how do you define spiritual law? I know that it exists, but I have difficulty finding and fully understanding it. Is there one spiritual law, or are there many? How can I live in alignment with it? I meditate and I pray using spiritual mind treatments, but I get caught up in my head when I release my prayer into the law, because I'm not sure about the law I'm releasing it into. My intention is to live my life in accordance with spiritual law, but I need a clearer understanding of what this means. This is a good question. Now, obviously, we have an agape university that teaches about spiritual law and practice and affirmative prayer. And, so the question you're asking, we actually take time week after week after week to break this down and to get into practice with it. But I'll see if I can summarize it to a degree. I teach that your prayer doesn't bring an answer. The vibration of your prayer is the answer. So what does that mean? That means that the law responds to your frequency. In other words, when you hear these 8 words, it is done unto you as you believe. That means it is done unto you as you believe and as you feel. So the law is responding to your feeling tone, which is resonance. It's responding to what you're radiating. So there's a law of radiance. It's responding, and then there's what is called an unfoldment, or an emergence from the depth of your being. So there's attraction, resonance, radiation, and emergence. All of that says that when you have a feeling that your prayer is answered already, those things take place. If we have a spiritual class, then I would break down all about the law, the definition of it, how it works. But if you, when you're speaking your word and you're releasing it into the law, that means you have a feeling that it's already answered. That's what you're doing. So when you're going into prayer, you're not praying out there to God to give you something. You are praying to have the feeling that it's already happened. Why? Because in the quantum field, in reality, in the heart mind of the infinite, it has already happened. There is a perfect idea of you spiritually that is whole, is complete, it's magnificent, it's radiant, it's beautiful. It exists already as a perfect idea that has emerged from the infinite. It's been covered up by beliefs, perceptions, points of view, positionalities, opinions, interpretation of past experiences. It's been covered up. So when you're praying, you're uncovering your perfect self. So when you pray, you have that feeling, you release it lawfully, feeling. This is why we say at the end of our prayers, and so it is. It's happening now. And then you have spiritual practices that stabilize the feeling that it's already done. So then it manifests. It shows up. And oftentimes it shows up beyond your imagination. It shows up in ways that you didn't even believe that it could happen, because the presence is infinite and it has ways to show up that you don't even know about yet. It is done unto you as you feel. I hope that assists as a beginning answer to the right use of the law and the understanding of it. Have a beautiful day, Denise, and thank you for asking that question for so many people. Hey, thank you for joining me today. If you'd like to ask a question, please email me at podcast@michaelbeckwith.com. And you know what? Your question just might be featured. Have a beautiful and bright day.